So we have a unification bout at 140 pounds. And unfortunately, it's not Amir Khan and Timothy Bradley. We have coming up, I guess, a replacement fight for the fight that we thought was going to happen, which I mentioned was Amir Khan and Timothy Bradley unifying the 140-pound division. But that's not going to happen for reasons beyond our control, obviously. Timothy Bradley may have wanted more money. Some people are saying Khan's team are overhyping their fighter as far as his worth. Needless to say, the fight's not happening. I could really care less why it's not happening, but we got to move on. And that leads us to Zab Judah, who made his return to 140 pounds, captured the IBF title, and, you know, he's, in my opinion, a good replacement for, for Amir Khan. I mean, look, Amir Khan right now is at the stage of his career, man, where he's going to be fighting names, okay? And really, that's all we can ask for. He's at that level right now where he needs to fight nothing but names. And does Zab Judah present the biggest danger that he could have right now? No. You know, I mean, I think going into this fight, we know that. Does he present some problems that can affect Amir Khan? Absolutely. You know, look, we've gotten used to Amir Khan, Zab Judah. We've gotten used to Zab Judah, okay? Zab Judah, in comparison to Oscar De La Hoya, not anywhere remotely skill-wise or whatever. I'm not even going there. But in comparison to him, he's lost a lot of his big fights, okay? He's had good competitive fights with a Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, you know, and it's like he showed up in those fights, but not long enough. And I think that's been the biggest problem for Zab Judah, is he just doesn't carry on throughout the course of a fight, and he gets broken down. You know, and truth be told, man, I mean, I think Zab Judah is the last guy to look fairly well against Floyd Mayweather, which is a really tough thing to do. But, again, his problem lies with his discipline and him, you know, prolonging in a fight. Or, lasting, and going the distance and being able to still carry on what you're doing in the first 5 rounds. Amir Khan is a fighter who is coming into his own. He's had setbacks, or one particular setback. And, you know, from then on, man, he's linked up with Freddie Roach. He's really gotten to a point where, you know, he's becoming, you know, one of the best fighters out there, man. I mean, look, we can't deny Amir Khan's speed, his power, his movement. You know, and at 140 pounds, man, I mean, he's got pretty good power. That body shot he landed on Maidana, man, that, to me, would have dropped a lot of fighters, man. I mean, and it was a perfect shot. So, we know what Amir Khan, skill-wise has. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the dude, you can't deny his talent. His problem is, look, Amir Khan doesn't have the best chin. Okay? And that's not a diss to him. I mean, some fighters just don't have that. You know, when they get hit, problems happen. And Zab Judah, if he's able to land significant shots early in the fight, I think he's got a chance. And what we've seen with Zab Judah is he does do that. Like, you'll see Zab shine in the first part of the fight. He needs to do that. And I think Zab Judah, his left uppercut, I'm sorry, if he hits anybody with that shot between 140 and 150 pounds, somebody's going to get hurt. He did it to Cotto in their fight, and Cotto was rocked. And, you know, he landed significant shots on Floyd. Floyd didn't back up and look as hurt as maybe how Chop Chop hurt him, but nevertheless, man, I mean, he was making Floyd Mayweather really work, man, and there were were times where I could say that Zab outmatched Floyd in the speed department. So we know, again, we know what Zab can do. My thing is if he were able to carry that throughout the fight, I think he would have a very good shot at beating Amir Khan. Again, the wild card here, no pun intended, is Amir Khan's chin. Zab Judah, to me, is still quick enough to land an uppercut straight up the middle on Amir Khan. Okay, and one thing with Amir Khan is, look, his defense isn't that great. And he tends to do this a lot, leaving this whole space wide open, which is wide open for a left uppercut. It's going to be interesting to see what happens if Zab lands a shot, man, because Zab has good power, man. I mean, and I think a lot of that has to do with his speed. So, what do I think is going to happen? I think this is going to be another fight similar, maybe a little more competitive than the Malignaggi fight. I think Zab Judah is going to have some moments where he's going to land, he does these flickering jabs, and then he'll land a straight left. And I think Amir Khan, he'll take take shots. Like, he doesn't have a glass chin. Let me just say that, okay? You're not gonna flick Amir Khan. He's gonna get knocked out. I mean, he'll take a hard shot to get knocked out, but he's not like he doesn't have a glass chin. So if he's able to take certain shots from Zab Judah for the first half of the fight, he'll go on to coast to a decision, and I think that's what he's gonna do. I think his speed is, at this point of his career, combination-wise, is probably going to be more than what Zab Judah can do. I think shot for shot, though, I think each of them has pretty even power. And that's been proven with Zab. I mean, Zab's he can bang. So I expect Amir Khan to put on a good performance, throw a lot of combinations, go to the body on Zab, and that's going to slow him down even more and going to make him even less effective throughout the course of the fight. And I think Zab will just make it a tough fight for Khan, and he'll go to a decision. So that's what I think, man. So let me know what you think. Who should Amir Khan fight next? If he beats Zab Judah, who's next on the plate? I'm thinking he should just, say fuck Tim Bradley and go to 147, because Bradley's going to go up there too anyway. I think inevitably they're going to fight. So let me know what you think, man. I got Amir Khan winning a 12-round decision. So I'll get at you next fight that's coming up, which could be, I found out today. Robert Guerrero and Marcos Maidana. That's going to be a hell of a fight. So, but that's not for a while. So I'll be back soon, and let me know what you think. Peace.